What's up, it's Losty for CCTV. I'm here in the Pop Culture Precinct in Liverpool, and this is part 3, the Lion's Den. We're gonna go and check it out. Let's go. Alexis, what's going on, brother?
Good, mate, how are you?
You good?
You good?
So, can you tell us a few things, mate? How long has this shop been here for?
Been here for about 8 months now.
It's brand new.
I want to say 8 months. Oh, brand new in a sense,
Yeah. Well, it's not even a year old, so already.
Yeah, correct.
So, how long have you been into cards, collectibles, all this kind of stuff?
Wow, I mean, probably going back to year 1 of school. So, I'm 34 now. How long was that? Probably like close to 30 years in cards.
Yeah, in cards mainly?
Yeah, mainly in cards. Pokemon cards was kind of my first thing. So I had access to Japanese cards that have at like very early stages of Pokemon coming out. Played a bit at Toys R Us, moved into playing Yu-Gi-Oh for a while and did that pretty well and at a pretty high level. And then, yeah, it just became a thing, you know, buy cards, sell cards, trade cards. Never really thought it'd turn into something this size or like my source of income and and my family's. But yeah, here we are 30 years later, having some fun. That's
fantastic. So it seems like, I mean, I don't know anything about Pokemon. It's like, I'm gonna be 44 this year, right? So it skipped me, but it feels like it's had a second resurgence recently, and that's brought all these people back. So it's brought all the people like yourself back in your age group, but it's also all like kids as well, because I know my kids are into it. Can you tell us a bit about that? Like, what's happened? Explain it for people like me that are just...
Yeah, sure. So in general, anything that causes the emotion of nostalgia will inevitably attract people that want to buy it. You know, it's a thing. It appreciates as a result of how much nostalgia it causes you, and also as a result of how rare something can be.
Yeah.
And just like sports cards or toys or figurines, Pokemon and other trading card games have the exact same value in that they cause that emotion of nostalgia. You've got to remember that 96 starting school generation all the way through to that 2005 starting school generation, we all did Pokemon.
Yeah.
You know, we all watched anime. We're like that anime generation of people. So for us, it causes nostalgia in the same way that, you know, Michael Jordan would cause nostalgia for your generation.
100%.
So, you know, we're paying for that feeling. We're paying for that feeling. That's all it is. We sell memories here.
Yeah.
You know, we sell cards. It sounds like a bit of a, what's the word for it? Yeah, it sounds cliche. We're selling memories.
Yeah.
But that's what we do, you know. We sell memories. We sell fun times for you to remember that you had once upon a time. And also, you know, we all follow the franchise. It's a 29 years this year, or 30 years this year franchise. So we're all excited to continue to participate in something that was a big part of our childhoods, yeah.
So speaking of all this, so I collect figurines and stuff, you know, like 80s, 90s. For me, I call them plastic time machines. So
I've got my plastic time machines up there.
Yeah. Well, just check that out. Not for sale, just for a flex.
Yeah, that's it.
So what's the rarest and most high value card that you've ever come across?
I've got a few pretty high value cards. I've got some high-end Yu-Gi-Oh put away. I've got some high-end Pokemon put away.
What about sporting cards? So, like, my son loves soccer, if you're in Europe, football. What's the sporting card market like?
Mate, sports cards, what have I got? Let's just give you an example. These are 2 examples of 2 different eras of soccer. So you've got the modern era of soccer cards, and then you've got the vintage soccer cards. So you've got one from 2011, and then you've got one from 2023. Ignore the players, the format of the cards has changed over time. Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the value of the card will go up. Unlike vintage Pokemon, where a chase card does go up, it very much depends on the career of the football player, whether that card goes up and what set it was taken from. So this is from a very basic set, and Fernandinho hasn't had a massive career comparatively to like a Cristiano Ronaldo or a Messi.
Course, yeah.
Therefore, obviously, his card is not as expensive. If I had this exact same card for Lionel Messi from 2010, it'd probably be upwards of $1,000. Yeah.
Wow. Can you tell us about the pops? So this is something that I do kind of on and off collect myself. What's your take on the pops? Do you collect pops yourself?
Mate, I do. I do collect pops, but I'm very specific. My pops are up there, actually.
So you're into the Power Rangers?
I love the Power Rangers. Power Rangers are a big part of my childhood.
Yeah, Ben behind the cam done mind some Power Rangers.
Mate, big Mighty Morphins fan. We were all in love with Amy Jo Johnson at one point of our lives. So.
Yeah, sure.
First crush every guy in the world. So yeah, love my Power Rangers. Collected them.
How many pops do you reckon you got yourself in your
My
own
personal
private?
pop collection is literally everything that's up there.
That's everything that's up the top.
That's it. Just the top. So the other pops are all for sale. But my personal pop collection is just Those Power Ranger pops that are up there.
And so last night you guys had an online sale.
Yeah.
Can you explain what happened? Because when we set up this video to come down, you were worried that you weren't going to have stock because you guys went mental last night online.
Yeah.
So can you just tell for people at home what that's all about and how they can get involved in that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a Facebook page. We try to keep it in a way where we can cater to multiple generations at once. We can go down the route of, like a Whatnot or a Twitch, but we choose to continue to use Facebook because it's more multi-generational than the other two platforms. You have people from the age of 55 all the way down to people the age of 18. So we stream on Facebook every Tuesday, every Friday, and every Sunday. We run our auctions that can be anything from a card all the way through to a pop vinyl or a helmet or a figurine or an action figure. Yeah, they go $1 no reserve and off they go. So we've sold. Whatever you see that's empty was full of stock yesterday. So always a concern on a Wednesday, always a concern on a Monday, and always a concern on a Saturday to do interviews and things along the lines.
Yep.
Because we don't know what the state of the store is going to be the next day.
Yeah.
So we've emptied out a few cabinets. This was packed yesterday. But yeah, in general, catch us on a catch us on a Tuesday, a Friday, or a Sunday. We've got a pretty big crew of streamers. We've got 6 streamers on the team.
Yep.
A rotating roster. Everyone kind of has their favorite streamer, so we don't hog it. It used to be just me, but it's grown since. Yeah, it's been 8 months in the working. So the channel's gone from 5 or 10 people to 2,200 people now.
Oh, wow, that's mad. So out of these cards here, what's selling the most at the moment?
Mate, Pokemon. Pokemon is the big seller. I mean, it always will be, always has been about the Pokemon cards, at least as far as this store's history is concerned. Have multiple different selling products, but I'd say this one is the fastest selling one. It's called Terrestrial Festal. You're welcome to open it if you want.
Is that cool?
Yeah, go open it.
All right. Here we go.
All these free packs today. Make sure you reveal it properly this time.
Yep. Oh, I can see some shiny stuff. Oh.
Oi, any good ones?
Nothing special, man.
Oh shit.
See, I would have thought those shiny ones I was going to be a millionaire straight away.
That one, bro. Isn't that always the best one?
So these 3 aren't going to pay for my next car or house?
Mate, they're not going to pay for anything.
That's awesome.
It's a fun time.
It's a fun time.
That's the one. Yeah. Yeah. So that's a bit about everything. These things down here, which I don't know why they've been knocked over. Someone's knocked them over. Probably a customer as they walked past. My Beyblades. They're kind of like a personal thing. I'm just grab them. Had these since I was a kid.
Oh, you got the Spider-Man 2099. I got that one. My one looks like crap though.
This thing's pretty cool. Yeah.
What's that?
This is a Beyblade, a radio operated Beyblade. I bought this back in 2003, I think. I had it with me my whole life.
It's RC control.
Yeah, it's RC control, that's right.
Still?
Mate, it doesn't, but I refuse to throw it out.
Yeah.
My son got really into Beyblades for a bit and now they're just sitting there, but I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, I love this thing. It's not the most expensive item. It's not the sustenance of the store by any means. This thing's cool. This thing's expensive.
So what's that? Explain to us what this is.
This is an Umbreon VMAX. To be honest with you, I personally don't like the card at all, but it's expensive.
Why is it expensive?
It's had a bit of a resurgence. People like Eevee, people like Umbreon, people like alternate cards, people like PSA 10. So it kind of ticks all the boxes.
It ticks all the boxes, yeah.
Personally for me, yeah, there's no...
I reckon the ones I got in my pack, same were better.
Yeah. Mate, it's expensive.
Yep.
And people like it, so we purchase it. Definitely not the coolest thing I have in the store. Let me show you the coolest thing. Let me grab it. I got it behind the counter. There you go.
Now, what's the story with this, man?
This is the result of a customer walking into our store and, trading this bear. This is a Louis Vuitton.
What do you reckon this is worth?
This thing's worth about 6,000 US.
6,000 US?
Yeah.
I didn't even want to touch it. I'm scared.
It's pretty cool.
How many of these are there out there? Do you know? Like, are they
limited print run? I'm not sure if it is. Let me check. Pretty sure it's not. I wouldn't say it's a limited print run. The receipt doesn't indicate that it is. It was $6,000 at the time.
Wow.
All the receipts and everything else are there. It definitely has appreciated over time. So there's a few sales for about 10 grand on these. We'll see how it goes.
Definitely don't let my kids play with it.
Well, I can't take it home because my dog will chew it.
No.
So, yeah.
Is there any interesting story that you can tell us since you've been collecting, had the store, just where something weird has happened that's crossed paths with you and collecting than this store and everything? Like your whole time in the culture, what's the strangest
Strangest thing.
Almost amazing thing, almost like impressive thing.
Strangest thing. Well, you're in Liverpool, so a lot of strange things happen here, man. We've had some cool experiences. Like, I wouldn't say strange, but cool is probably the right word.
Yep.
We've had some kids from the NDIS pop in. We've taught them how to make money from cards. You know, school leavers and their programs, wanting to kind of understand how to start their own, you know, small businesses, or, you know, what to do after leaving school. So we've, you know, we've let them in and given them a full-blown tour of the shop and sat them down for about 4 hours and kind of explained to them how to make money from the hobby. So you know, they were hobbyists themselves, so they found some, and pretty happy to report that I think one or two of them have gone on to like kind of start their own little eBay stores with Pokemon cards.
Teach a man to fish, huh?
Yeah, teach a man to fish. It was good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It was a fun time.
So guys, if you want to come down here, the best way to get here by train or travel is obviously Liverpool Station. It's about a 5-10 minute walk. If you come here by car and you're not from the area, it's definitely worth a visit. Come and drop in and see the guys here. You can go and park in the Westfields down the road. The parking outside's a bit funky, so Westfields, 3 hours for free. Walk on down another 5 minutes, spend as long as you like. These guys will help you out. Thanks for having us here today, man.
Pleasure,
Appreciate your time.
Thanks for coming around.
Yo, this is Losty for CCTV here at the Lions Den here today. Here's what I picked up. Now, I got a Alec Guinness Obi-Wan Kenobi for Ben, aka Firelight Behind the Cam, Fired Up Media, as a little gift for our maiden voyage here today at the Liverpool Pop Culture Precinct. And I got myself a trap jaw. This is from He-Man, the first thing I was ever into as a kid. I never had a trap jaw. I've always wanted one. Don't tell my wife. The bank account's gonna be hurting tomorrow. Picked up some stuff today that I'm really, really stoked to have, but here it is. So Alexis, thanks for having us here today. Coming up in the shop though, you've got some plans. Tell us about what's gonna be happening out the back.
So we're building a fully equipped gaming arena for people to come and do competitive esports. So we'll have PlayStation 5s, Xboxes, PCs, the works, all installed at the back. We have a 100-inch TV. We're going to be whacking a few 75 inches on the walls, some new couches, some new stations for everyone to come and competitively game. We've got a few really highly competitive gamers in our roster. A few of the boys that come and collect have offered themselves as part of a team that they want to build on behalf of the store. So we're going to be setting up a full-blown esports team as well. Some really, really competitive FIFA players, some really competitive COD players as well. So we're going to aim to be, you know, one of the places to go to when it comes to playing esports in Sydney. There's a few big ones at the moment, and there's a massive culture of esports in the country. So we've got a lot to compete with, but you know, at the end of the day, we're only doing it for fun. You know what I mean? Like, if we can make it fun, and if in the process we can make a bit of money, then that's fantastic. And at the end of the day, we need somewhere to sit anyway, so the catch is gonna be good.
Yeah, I hosted an event years ago called the World Cyber Games, and another one called Atomic Live, but I think it was a bit too like what the community is now, because it was kind of before social media really, really blew up. The community was there, but it just wasn't as connected as it is now. So I think it's the right time for it now, man. I think you're onto a good thing.
Yeah, man, Sydney's blessed with some pretty cool places to go play. We've got a few sporting arenas. You've got a Fortress in the city. You know, we're not looking to be the next Fortress, but we're definitely looking to be a place where people can come and faithfully have a good internet connection. They have a good console or PC to play on, and they have a hectic screen.
So I coined this place today the Pop Culture Precinct.
Yeah, cool.
Of Liverpool, because the block is getting taken over.
Cool.
Right, you got you guys, you got the guys down the road, we got a Warhammer in between.
Yep.
This is going to be a 3-part video just to get through all you guys, which is massive. Is there any reason everyone's coming to Liverpool? Are you from around here?
So
why is everyone coming to Liverpool to build this, to build the kingdom? What's going on?
I mean, it's true, right? So I won't claim to be the first, because obviously the comic book store's been there since I was at school. Yep. But I was born in Liverpool, went to school in Liverpool, you know, grew up here.
Yep.
Born and bred. My mate Jen, who's around the corner, has Pops Galore. She's popped in and she set up her shop as well, which I think is awesome. We really bounce off each other in the matter of customers. You know, if they need some Dragon Ball, some One Piece, or some higher end stuff that isn't Pokemon, Jen will send it over here.
Yep.
And if there's pops and things that I might not have on my shelf, I always recommend that they go down to Jen's shop.
That's so cool. Like, you guys are like literally selling like a lot of the same stuff, but because of the rarity of certain things, you know, you can swap and trade and help each other out and be friends, and it's just building that community. But it's like, until you come down and see these shops for yourself, you'll finally realize that it literally is becoming a precinct. So it's a whole block that's getting taken over by legends like this to make it cool for nerds like me. It's like I come here, I've got something for myself. I've got something for my kids to check out. It's a good day out. It's a good drive. But guys, thanks for having us here today, man. We really appreciate you. We're going to flash on the screen where the guys can find you, your socials and everything else. So check it out just after this.
Thanks, guys.